you viewer. I thank God for you listener. And it's another moment. And it's like God has already come and shaped the way I live, the way I do things. And He wants me to be able to master or maybe to understand His heart. Maybe when we journey together with Him, I'm able to understand Him, because many a times we, as human beings, we are weak and we collide a lot with God. But the more God comes and shape your heart and restructure you afresh, a new person, I'm telling you, I'm moving with God like nothing else. So it's like God has done, but does not mean it is done. It's something that it's continuously
And I think when you are talking of walking with God, because the Bible has talked of walking with God.
yeah, yeah.
Two cannot walk together unless they agree to do so.
Until
It means for us to be able to walk with God today, we must be able to understand Him. We must be able to know his feeling, how he feels. We must be able to know him. So and I believe God was teaching about his voice so that you may understand him. So that he can talk to you.
Exactly.
Because how do we talk with each other without understanding?
Imagine you're walking with a person in this life.
So it's a good God who started by teaching you, I'm here. And that reminds me back of Adam. He was able to feel the presence of God and know God is here.
God is here. God has come.
He has come.
He has come. And so he's able to stay in a certain way for him to converse with God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it. It's like God is done. And it's like it makes me now to walk with him smoothly without a lot of interruption. So the more God is increasing or advancing in the spirit, the more there was a lot of issues in the family. There's a lot of issues. Like my stepfather was now dwelling in my weaknesses. Some of the things that I do, and
you had no control of.
I have no control of. Some of the things that is like I don't know how to remove them out of me.
Okay. What are some of those issues?
Yeah. For instance, I really used to bedwet. It is something that was just there. Like we just said it previously. It's like it was just there. It's something that I could not control. I'll just wake up in the morning and it's like, maybe I've done a lot of work during the day, and it's like when I go to rest, it's like I don't even feel myself when those kind of things happening, and it's like I wake up in the morning and I find myself have just messed up. So nobody understood exactly the way things happened to me in the past. So like I said previously, the way nobody never knew about that. So I will wake up in the morning and I found myself in that state. And because I was sleeping sometimes in the sitting room on the couch, so it was like, hey, he wakes up in the morning, he finds the house like it's smelly, it's like, irritating smell, and it's like, hey, you are a big child, you come
big
and
boy.
say, you're a big boy, and how can you manage to do this, like a child? It's like we are living with another child in the house, yet your sister is just 6 years old, and you are 16 years old,
and you're still bedwetting.
You're still bedwetting. It's like you're still bedwetting. And it's like that thing like
must have been very crushing.
Exactly, comparing with me with my sister, and it's like it made me feel, hey, it's like somebody who's supposed to be living somewhere else, and maybe not specifically living with the people. I really felt bad, and that is the moment. It's like he started also saying that, from the beginning, I never loved you, never stuck in my heart, and it's like those kind of.
He just opened up.
Yeah, just opened up. It just exploded.
Just exploded.
Exactly, exploded, and it's like now
I
this
don't
time,
love you.
This time around, it's like he's opening his heart, and he's saying, and I was just sleeping in the couch, but he woke me up in the morning. It's like he was telling me, I never loved you since the beginning, since the moment we met. It's like
I never
loved you, and so
was your mother around?
You never stuck in my heart. My mom was preparing some breakfast in the morning because he was going to the job, and it's like, hey, I never loved you. And you never stuck in my heart. I was looking at him and I was like, hey, how can I help it out?
Oh my goodness.
It's not that I'm rebellious. You know, he thought that I was rebellious because it's like I'm doing, it's happening
deliberately.
It's deliberately. It's like it's repeating itself every single time. When I sleep on the couch, that happens.
Just bed rest.
Yeah. So I woke up in the morning. Now it's like, now it was around 5, by the way. That time it was around 5. But now in the morning now, because I had done a lot of things, and now it's like, hey, these words are really hurting me.
They're very hurting.
They are very hurting.
Crushing.
Where do you want me to live, or where do you want him to? Do you want me to go? It's like, where?
What do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? Where will I live? This is the only home I have. Where? So it's like I found no home in the heart, because home is not just the structure.
Home is in somebody's heart.
Exactly. When someone embraces you, when someone accepts you and receives you, you feel it. You feel it.
Yes.
Just feel it. And you feel the person has created a certain home within his heart, within her heart. And it's like you can feel it. And that becomes like your security.
Yes.
You feel secured. But the moment someone rejects you, it's like it shows. Not even not showing, but the person behaves in a way that, you know, you can feel it, you can sense it.
You'll be able to feel.
Yeah, exactly. And you can feel insecure, because how will I share? How can I start sharing out my heart, my issues with the kind of the person? And I've not accepted.
The whole thing shuts.
The whole thing shuts. So I was not accepted and embraced. So the only place that I felt that I'm at home, the only place that I felt that I can fit in, because it's like I was like out of that home long time ago.
Yes.
But it's like the place I feel, I'm feeling home. That is my home, because they say east or west, home is the best.
Home is best.
So that was my preacher's heart, the preacher's heart. I found a home in his heart, and many a times I've been repeating that over and over in the previous videos.
Yes.
And it's like I went back to him. I went to him, and it's like I knew this time round he was not at home.
Yes.
And so he was at his office. And I went there at his office, and then I found him again. I found him again. And I started talking to him, sharing with him the issues that I was going through.
Yes.
And the pain that I was feeling, the insecurity that I was in my heart, all things that I was going through. And he told me, Joe, let me tell you something, my son. You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know what you have received, my son. You have received something that cannot be described by words.
Oh, wow.
You have received something great, something very big. You know, and he told me...
Did you know what he was referring to?
I never knew. I never understood. But I think he was also talking of... But now I think he was talking of how God manifested in my life.
Yes.
And how God was expressing himself in my life. It was something so huge. The way also I was expressing and telling him those kind of the expressions of God and the voices of God. It was so powerful that someone... by that time I never sensed how big it is. It's like he's the one who is sensing how big it is. You know, it's the one sensing how big it is, but I cannot sense it.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
like, you know,
Who are you?
what have I received? You know? Just like the other time when I was talking about sonship, it's like when I was now preaching for the first time.
Yes.
I was telling people like, you know, he's talking of a son, but I don't. It's like I don't know
who that son is.
Like my son is this. That moment he called it. It's like when he was calling me my son, it was a different son, because I felt his deep heart, and when he was also crying, and I went back at home and I was asking God, who am I? It's like
I need to find out.
I need to find out who am I. And that is the same question. It's like I'm there, and it's like I don't know what he's talking about.
Yes.
How big this thing is, how great this thing is. You know how he's describing it. And he told me, "My son, you're great." And he repeated the same words. Nobody will ever stop you from being great.
Yeah,
and
nobody.
Now this time round, he's telling me, you have a whale inside you. It's now
There's a well.
This now. Yeah, he's now telling me
what you have.
Exactly. It's like exactly. He's now describing what I have. You have a whale inside you.
A well.
A whale which contains water of life. A water of life.
That is a well.
There's a whale inside you.
Oh my God.
You've received a whale inside you. And now, I want to teach you how to bring it out. It's like you have a well inside you, but you don't
You're not even aware.
You're not aware, and you don't know how exactly you can bring that water out of that place, in that borehole. You don't know how to bring it out. You don't have the means of how to bring it out. So he was telling me, I will teach you. I will help you to bring that thing which is inside you out.
Yes.
You know, and it told me an example. It's just like a guy who is having a borehole, but they don't have any maybe
any mechanism of getting the water out.
Exactly, any mechanism. So it told
me
no
bucket, no rope,
no nothing. It's like it's nothing. You will die with dust. With dust. And it's like he told me, I'm going to take you to a computer school.
Wow, wow, wow.
That one will help you. It's like he was telling me, the grace that you have received from me as your father,
yes,
it is a grace that loves technology.
Wow.
So I will take you to a computer school.
Yes.
And at that moment, he's like, yeah. And when he finished telling me these things, he told me, my son, Joe, I love you so much. I love you so much. You are in my heart. I always feel you in my heart. You are in my heart. You don't know how much I feel about you. You're in my heart. I love you so much. And so I remember those words, how he was speaking to me at that moment. It's like those are the words that I wanted at the moment when I was like going down the hills. It's like, yeah, those are the words.
So it took you to the computer school?
Yeah. Now we started searching for the school. And we searched for the school that day, and it's like it got late. I went back home, there was no issue. The next day I came back again, and now we continue searching for the school, where we can get maybe schooling a little bit. And as we were walking and searching for school, we went to one of the cyber. I think there's something that we wanted to do there.
Yes.
And we went to one of the cyber. And I think there were some of the documents that he wanted to call to do a photocopy.
Yes.
And then when we were seated there, as that lady was serving, yeah, exactly. I was seated there, and it's like outside that room. I saw my principal, Mr. Isaac Mwandi. Yes. I saw him outside that room, that building, and I told my dad, hey, I told the preacher, hey,
this is my principal.
This is my principal. Come and
say hello.
Come and say hello. And then I went out first, and I greeted Mr. Isaac and say, hi, sir. And it's like, this is my dad over here. And it's like, no, I've started introducing yeah, exactly. And they were talking, and it's like, Mr. Isaac now, my principal, the principal, was now telling my father that now the preacher, he was telling him, hey, I've never seen such a disciplined boy like your son here.
Wow.
It's like if it was other students, they could have not done what he have done.
Yes, yes.
It's like if it was other students, they could have just escaped, maybe run away. Because I don't know all of them. They could have just maybe sneaked. But your son has really done it well. And then the preacher began telling the principal. About now the testimony on my side.
Yes.
It's like he was saying that this is my son. It's like this is my son. And it's like he's like Timothy in the hands of Paul. It's like he's my Timothy. And he told the principal that I know him. I know him very well. And the first thing that I did as my son, I circumcised him. It's like he's telling the principal can imagine of circumcision, how painful it is.
Yes.
And it's
and he was I bet he was not talking of the physical circumcision.
Not really. It was like
in a spiritual sense.
It's a spiritual sense, like knowing this kid very well. It's like you know him inside and out. It's like there's nothing hidden.
Yes.
From that father-son. It's like there's nothing hidden. There's that deeper knowing of the father knows the son very well. And it's like, hey, I've circumcised him. I know him. He's my son. And they continue talking of this son. And it's like I'm there looking at myself, and they're like, the principal was interested with whatever was being talked about, and he just entered in his pocket and removed some amount of money, and he gave it to me. And it's like...
It became a blessing to you.
It became a blessing to me. He told me, go and buy some snacks.
Oh my goodness.
It was so good. Just buying some soda there.
He moved from being a principal to a father.
Imagine.
To a father.
You can imagine
that. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful. And he told me, go and buy some snacks. And, you know, before that, it's like he told me, and then he told me when he was giving me the money, he told me, Joel, what you have got is so precious. To find a father at your age is such a precious thing.
Wow, wow, wow.
You have found something great and you're going to become great. You have found something precious. It's like there was so much resonance in the spirit as when I was listening to the words the previous day. And the words that my principal is telling me, it's like they are matching. It's like there's some... Here I'm being told you have received something big and something great. Here I'm being told you have received something precious. It's like they're resonating.
Yeah, and it means like greatness is associated to fatherhood.
Exactly.
Greatness is connected to fatherhood.
And he told me, many people have perished, many young people have perished because of lack of mentorship. But you, Joel, you have got a mentor. You are great. That is what he told me.
Yes. Wow.
You're great. So fathers are not just fathers.
They carry something
More than that. It's
that
like,
is able to catapult the sons to their destiny.
You can remember the time when a father is like, in the book of Psalms chapter 127, when a son is like an arrow in the hands of a warrior.
Of a warrior.
Yeah, exactly. That is like a son. Now he's able to shoot you in the future. He knows the target. He knows where you're supposed to hit. He knows it.
So it means the potential of the sons must be directed by this father, this warrior.
Exactly.
This warrior.
Exactly. And you can remember the time when the preacher was telling the principal that this is my son, and it's like I know him very well. So the father has to really know, it's like the father knows the son very well.
Yes.
And he knows this is if my son comes into this environment, thrives.
Yes.
Thrives.
Wow. That's beautiful.
That is a sight of a father. And that is how important, that is how precious a father is. If you have a father in your life, just embrace that father. If you have a father who can come and tell you, my son, I repeated it in the previous video. There's nothing sweet like someone coming and calling you my daughter, my son, and is able to feed you a sense of the future. Like I've never had someone telling me, my son, you'll be great. It's like, you're great. Nobody will ever stop you from being great.
Yes.
It's only a father.
And those words sticks
And
it changes
something.
Mentality, the perspective, the sight, the understanding.
To make it more powerful, it creates something in the spiritual realm also.
A picture of yourself in the future.
Exactly.
That's beautiful.
Exactly. So that is it. And it's like now after that, we formed a school. After now that talking, the preacher and the principal talking, it's like I found now a school. And so I started enrolling. And before finding a school, I was told now the next day you'll start now enrolling. So I went back at home. Going back at home, I went back a little bit late. It was around 6:50 there. It was around 6:50 when I was now walking back home. And I found my stepfather in the house. Finding him in the house, and I said, oh my.
Dead meat.
Today I was like, I'm going to be fried alive. It's like, and he was like making a face. And I was like worried. This what is he up to? And he asked me, what is the time? What is the
what time is this?
What time is this that you're coming at home? And it's like he asked me, and I told him it is around 6:50, maybe to 7. And they told me, are you the one feeding the house? Are you the one feeding the people in the house? Or it is me? Is this your house? It's like you will go and find your house and you come at the time that you want. This is not your house. This is not your house. And it's like he turned now to my mom. I remember at that time was in the kitchen. He told my mom again the same words that he told me the previous time. That from the beginning I never loved this son of yours.
Now he's telling your mom.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
My mom is in the kitchen is shouting to my mom. You have never stuck in my heart. It's like, what time is this that is coming in the house? Is he the man of the house? And he told me again, if you feel you're the man of the house, you remain, I go. It's like I either go, you remain, or I remain, you go.
Oh my goodness.
It was, there's no two men. There's no two men in this house.
Live in this house.
There's no two men in this house. It's only one. So you choose. So he told me those words, and it's like, I never, I never really understood the why, why
the weight of those words.
Exactly. Why are you telling me these words? What have I ever done to you? I've been trying to be my best. What is
what's wrong did I do to you?
Exactly. What have I not done? It's just that you think that I'm rebellious, maybe forgetting, but also I had the issue of forgetting. It was like an issue. Forgetting polishing shoes, and also maybe looking at the poultry, maybe those kind of things. I used to really forget because it was a lot. I never understood. I was asking myself why.
So what happened next?
What happened next now? It's like the shouting and all things was cool now. And the next day now in the morning, after now he left. Now this is the time my mom is coming to me and is telling me, and it's like this. I want the viewer to understand. Mother's really concerned. It's like, it's not that my mom, at that time she could not understand what exactly God was doing in my life, but those are mothers. Mothers are able to, they really want to protect their sons, their children, but this time round it's like my mom was not understanding. Now she told me, it's like, Joel, I really don't understand. Why are you making, it's like every single time there is music in the house, I'm tired of this music of Austeene, Joel every single time in the house with your father. It's like I'm tired. It's like and she told me, you can also make me not to come into the church that you've been going. Now it's like she's talking of the church that we have been going. It's like she have now turned herself, is like now going on the side of my stepfather, and it's like I'm asking myself, why mom telling me these things?
Why is the church coming in?
Yeah. It's like she told me, do you know that I am the one who introduced you to Mr. Peter? Do you know that? It's like, do you know I'm the one who introduced you to Mr. Peter?
Your spiritual father now?
Yeah, your spiritual. Yeah, exactly. Do you know that? If it was not me, you could have not ended up in that church. So you can make me even to miss, to maybe
not to come to that.
Not to come that church. It's like, why? And it's like I was really hurt. I never had words to express myself. When seeing my mom, it's like telling me this word, it's like talking in a position of not understanding. I never had words, so I told my mom, I'm going to the computer classes. I'm starting today.
Computer classes.
Computer classes. But that never mattered to her. It's like she was never even interested in that. What is that anyway? And what happened now? I had to now prepare myself, even though my mom was like not now understanding, not understanding anything. I felt bad as a son.
Did she think that your pastor was misleading you?
Yeah, that was the thought. That was the thought, that this man is just misleading my son. It's like, why bring a lot of commotion in the house? It's like that was the thinking. Yeah, so it really brought a lot of disturbance in my heart.
Okay.
Because this is a mother, this is my mom, and I know. So at that moment, I had to prepare myself and now go to that classes where I was introduced, and I started my classes, and so it was a moment that my life was now turning around. It's like things are turning around.
What do you feel to be in a computer class?
Yeah, I felt I'm special. there's nothing precious like being a son and finding a father. Just like my principal was talking about, there's nothing sweet like that. Because a father knows you. A father knows where the son can thrive. That this grace loves technology. I felt special. But what was worrying me is like, here I'm special and I'm valued. Is like my life is taking another path. My life is taking another graph. But there back at home, there's misunderstanding and a lot of, I don't know. And I remember again, I remember I went back at home. Going back at home, I went late, again late. And that time, I never found my father back at home.
Okay.
Just found my mom. My mom was not like, care. The things concerning the school.
It was not part of her.
Wasn't part of her. And I can just talk with the viewers, and it's like the young people need fathers, and it's something that I've experienced, and it's something so sweet. It's valuable, valuable. They're able to take you in a place, because especially a father who have sight. They're able to see the future of a son and put them right into the center, the place where they can thrive. And those are fathers. So thank you so much, viewer, for watching, and may God bless you.